I deliberately didn't expose him right away. Instead, after he rejected meeting the university beauty queen in person for the third time, I agreed to meet my top female supporter in person. Because that top supporter was the campus beauty's childhood best friend. Childhood best friend. Best friends meeting someone offline are bound to check them out for each other. Sure enough, on the other side, sis, my favorite streamer wants to meet me. What should I wear to meet him? Yaya's smile froze. Her boyfriend had just refused to meet her. How long have you even known each other? And he already wants to meet you? Zhou, you need to be more careful. What if it's a honey trap? Zhou waved her hands repeatedly. It wasn't his idea to meet. I asked which city he lived in. He said S City. Then I said I had a friend going to S City on business this weekend. One thing led to another, and we arranged to meet this weekend. Seeing the goofy excitement on her best friend's face, Yaya had mixed feelings. Yaya's thoughts. After all, I'd been with A's for so long, yet he'd rejected meeting me 3 times in a row. Zhou had only added that male streamer recently, and they'd already arranged to meet. Was I jealous? Not quite. I just shouldn't compare us. Or I'd think I was less attractive than Zhou. Maybe that male streamer is just too frivolous. Yaya cleared her throat. Either way, men like that are just moochers living off women. You should be careful. I have money, and I want to spend it on him. That isn't freeloading. He happens to need it. And I happen to have it. We're a match made in heaven. Yaya could barely stand to look at her. If she hadn't known Zhou since childhood, she truly wouldn't want to get involved in this mess. What was the name of that streamer you mentioned? At her words, Zhou immediately stared at her nervously. Sis, what are you going to do to my favorite streamer? Yaya shot her an exasperated look. I'll vet him for you first. Otherwise, I'm afraid you'll go to S City this weekend and never come back. If you disappear, I'll have to report you missing. Yaya meant well, but Zhou seemed hesitant. It wasn't really her fault. Achen was just too handsome, and after years of friendship, she knew Achen was exactly Yaya's type. Zhou's thoughts. Even though Yaya was already with A's, you never know. So she answered vaguely. Sis, I'm already an adult. Don't worry. I know my limits. Seeing Zhou stubbornly refuse to tell her, Yaya couldn't press further. Zhou abruptly changed the subject. By the way, Ace seems a little unhappy. Did you two have a fight? Yaya shook her head. We didn't fight. Work has just been busy lately, and when he refused to meet that day, I was already prepared for it. Ace was the one who couldn't let it go. As if I'd done something utterly unforgivable. She sighed helplessly. Ugh. Zhou suddenly thought of something. Sis, didn't you order breakfast for A's last time? Yaya nodded. That's right. A sly little idea suddenly popped into Zhou's head. Since A's won't meet you, why not, while you're on your business trip, secretly take a peek around his apartment complex? Hearing such an absurd suggestion, Yaya snapped. Are you crazy? Yaya's thoughts. If A's found out that I went there without telling him first, he'd probably be even angrier. After being scolded, Zhou obediently lowered her head. Isn't that what happens in TV dramas? The male and female leads run into each other in the same city, and sparks fly. What I mean is, you could arrange a chance encounter. Though going to his apartment complex might be a little too obvious. Zhou spoke as she scratched her head with an awkward smile, trying to hide her embarrassment. Yaya looked thoughtful after hearing that. Zhou did have a point. But I don't plan to run into Ace. As long as I can see him from afar, that'll be enough. I won't disturb him. After my stream ended that night, I had just pushed open my bedroom door when I saw Feng eating barbecue skewers. When he saw me come out, he waved me over. Achen, come have some. I walked over and saw he'd already eaten quite a few skewers. Surprised, I said. Didn't you say late night snacks would ruin your workout routine? You haven't had one in ages. Feng sighed. I know late night snacks aren't good for me, but I just can't help myself. Besides, Yaya isn't playing games tonight, and I don't feel like gaming either. Nothing feels fun. I might as well cheer myself up with some barbecue, I kindly reminded him. But you don't want to see Yaya, because you aren't in your best shape right now. You're planning to get fit before seeing her. But not being able to see her makes you miserable. If you keep eating, you'll gain weight. Isn't that a vicious cycle? At that, Feng tossed the skewers onto the table with a smack. You're right. I can't eat anymore. I need to lose weight. As he spoke, he pushed the skewers toward me. His envious gaze swept over my muscular build, but it'd be wasteful to throw these away. Achen, you eat them. You won't gain weight no matter how much you eat, right? Try them. This place is really good. Feng gave me a sincere smile. I smiled and shook my head. No, thanks. I have a date this weekend. The moment I said that, Feng looked as if he'd discovered a whole new world. He stared at me, eager for gossip. You have a date this weekend? No way, Achen. You're a terrible friend. When did you secretly get a girlfriend? And you didn't tell me. Do you even see me as your best friend? I chuckled. Then I said calmly, I'm not dating anyone. She's not my girlfriend either. She's someone from my stream who's been supporting me regularly lately. She's visiting S-City this weekend, so I'll show her around the sights and have a meal with her. After hearing that, Feng looked like he wanted to say something, but held back. Finally, he advised me tactfully, Achen, as your best friend, I have to tell you this. A lot of women in livestream chats have boyfriends or husbands in real life. It's fine to show her around and spend some time with her, but don't get too emotionally invested. The smile on my face gradually faded. What did he mean? Was that the kind of person he thought I was? Sure, I was selfish and not a good person, but how was he any better than me? A man catfishing someone online with my photo had no right to judge me. Thinking that, I replied, Ace, you've misunderstood. That woman from my stream and I are just friends. I won't get emotionally involved. I know you're looking out for me. Don't worry. Only then did Feng nod in relief and say, That's good, that's good. Achen, you know, we're good friends. I'm only looking out for you. As Feng went on, he remembered that Yaya would also be coming to S-City on business. Yet he had no way to see her. The relief he'd felt turned bittersweet again. I had no intention of being his emotional dumping ground again. Before he could continue venting, I said, Streaming tonight wore me out. I'm going to wash up and get some sleep. Then I left without looking back. Feng watched me walk away and clicked his tongue disdainfully. Then he thought to himself, so what if he's a little better looking than me? Why is he acting so high and mighty? The weekend soon arrived. I headed to the airport. I looked at the flight number Wei Mai and you had sent me. Nearby, someone whispered, Have I been out of touch with entertainment news for too long? Which male star is out in public now? Her companion replied, I don't think he's a celebrity. He's just a ridiculously handsome regular guy. With that face and that body. Please, handsome, get into show business. Work drains me every day. I really need handsome men to brighten my day. Meanwhile, Zhou caught a ride to the airport with Yaya, but they were on different flights. Yaya's flight departed an hour later. After landing, she would head straight to meet with a business partner. Zhou had just gotten her boarding pass, then hurriedly boarded the plane. Because of that, Yaya mercilessly teased her. You just had to catch a ride with me. Next time, I'll let you be late once. HMPH, then you'll learn your lesson. Zhou did not mind in the slightest. She said, Hey, I was nervous. Having you with me to chat on the way would have helped. It was a nice plan, but who knew your flight was so late? As the plane neared S-City Airport, gradually descending, before taxiing down the runway, Zhou felt both excited and anxious. Oh no. What if he isn't handsome? What if he is handsome, but can't hold a conversation? What am I supposed to do if it gets awkward? I don't know how to talk to guys. All kinds of chaotic thoughts filled her mind. After leaving the jet bridge, she headed straight for Rivals. She opened their WeChat chat and found another message from me. I'm already at the airport. You'll recognize me easily. Just look up and you'll see me. As Zhou looked at her phone, she quickly searched the crowd. At first, she thought it would take a while to find him, but she soon realized she could not have been more wrong. His features were sharply defined. His jawline was striking. He stood out from everyone around him. As Zhou looked at the man before her, her heart began racing. Oh my God, my favorite streamer, Achen, is so handsome. He was right. He really was impossible to miss. Oh no, I think I'm falling in love. Lost in thought, Zhou kept walking. In the distance, I quickly noticed A pretty girl. Walking toward me. Our eyes met across the crowd. So I took the initiative and walked over. Then I asked tentatively, "Hello, are you Miss Yu?" Zhou was too excited to speak. She could only nod vigorously. After a moment, she cleared her throat and said, "My real name is Zhou. You can call me." As I hesitated, I teased her, "Then should I call you Miss Zhou?" She quickly waved her hands. No, don't call me that. That name is absolutely mortifying. It's fine online. But even if Achen calls me that in person, I can't handle it. It's just too mortifying. Then I asked her age. After thinking for a moment, I blurted out, "Then I'll call you Sister Zhou." Zhou had barely calmed down when she got excited all over again. Achen called me Sister Zhou. Oh my God, his voice sounds so good. I'm going to faint from happiness. I told her my name too. Zhou smiled and praised me. No wonder you're called Achen in your live stream. Your name actually has Chen in it. It sounds so nice. I mean the name you chose, huh? Looking at the tense woman beside me, who was so nervous she could barely coordinate her steps, I could not help laughing. Zhou turned to me and asked sheepishly, "What is it?" I reassured her, "Don't be nervous. I'm not some wild beast. I'm not going to eat you." Hearing that, Zhou lowered her head, her cheeks burning red. Seeing her reaction, I chuckled. So, Zhou was this innocent. She was nothing like her online persona. She was a girl who blushed after only a few words with me. How interesting. Zhou had not brought any luggage, so there was no need to find a hotel first. So I asked, "Are there any places you want to visit? I can take you there." Zhou immediately answered, "Anywhere is fine. You decide." After thinking for a moment, I said, "It's already noon. How about I take you to eat first?" Zhou's eyes lit up as she replied, Yes, then let's go." So we took a cab downtown for a lavish meal. That afternoon, after we ate, I took her around a city's famous sights. The crowds were overwhelming. When Zhou was jostled by the crowd and nearly fell, I instinctively reached out to steady her. When Zhou felt my warmth, it was as if she had been burned. Her cheeks began to flush again. She did not dare look at me and kept walking with her head down. I teased her instead, "Sister Zhou, stop staring at the ground. Watch where you're going. Don't fall again." Zhou's heart pounded wildly. She stammered, "I am fine. Don't worry about me. I'll watch where I'm going." After saying that, but inside, she could not stop herself from crying. Oh no, it's over. My perfect image in front of Achen is ruined. He doesn't think I'm a stutterer, does he? A little after for that afternoon, I saw that Zhou was getting tired, so I told her, "Why don't you go back to the hotel and rest? We can visit another place tomorrow." Zhou readily agreed. Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye." Before she left, I thoughtfully called her a cab. Only after the car vanished from sight did I leave. Meanwhile, Zhou sat in the backseat, covering her face as she grinned foolishly. I had such a wonderful time with Achen today. I'm so happy I got to know him. He always makes me feel something special. Achen is so handsome and thoughtful. Today was truly wonderful. It feels like we've been together for ages. Yaya's flight had originally been scheduled for 1 that afternoon, but it was delayed. She did not arrive until after 2. The business meeting lasted until 4. The talks went smoothly, and they signed the contract. She raised her wrist and checked the time. Zhou's words suddenly came to mind. I happen to be free right now. Should I go see Ace? I'm really curious what my Ace actually looks like. Yaya was a woman of action. Once she made up her mind, she acted. She turned down her business partner's dinner invitation, then took a cab to Ace's apartment complex. The moment she got out of the cab, she spotted a very familiar figure from behind. Her heart leaped into her throat. Instinctively, she hid behind the bushes by the road. The moment Yaya had concealed herself, the man ahead seemed to sense something. He slowly turned his head. When Yaya saw my face, her heart suddenly raced. Oh my God, Ace is so handsome. He's exactly my type. He's 100 times more handsome than his photos. Meanwhile, over on my side, I kept feeling like something was watching me. I turned around but saw nothing, so I continued toward the apartment complex entrance. Yaya let out a long breath of relief. The moment she saw me, the distance Yaya had felt because Ace refused to meet her vanished in an instant. She even began making excuses for him. Hayes doesn't want to see me. It must be my fault. I'm just not good enough yet. Maybe I should be more proactive and gentler. If Hayes is happy, maybe he'll be willing to meet me. Yes, that's right. Of course, I noticed someone behind that big tree. If I wasn't mistaken, it was probably Feng's online girlfriend. I gave a cold laugh. No matter the gender, everyone judges by appearances. After this first impression from our chance encounter, I suddenly became curious. When Yaya sees what Fengzi really looks like, what kind of expression will she have? I'm sure it will be quite a sight. I would not even need to do anything. All I had to do was wait quietly. When I returned to the rental apartment, Fengzi was lying on the couch watching television. He was a little surprised to see me home so early. So he asked curiously, Achen, weren't you meeting that woman from your live stream? Why are you back so soon? Don't tell me you had a fight with her. As for staying the night, Fengzi had privately made snide remarks about it too, but he did not dare say it to my face. I pretended not to catch the malicious insinuation in his words, and said casually, we didn't fight. She's a very nice person. She's not really older than me. It was more like two people our age meeting offline. We have plenty in common. We were just a little tired after walking around today, so she went back to her hotel to rest. We're going to the amusement park tomorrow, and we've already made plans. Fengzi stared at me in disbelief. His heart twisted with jealousy. He never expected the two of us to get along so well. He truly envied me for finding someone I clicked with. Unable to hold back, Fengzi asked, does she have a boyfriend? She's out with you, and her boyfriend is really okay with that? I hesitated. After a brief silence, Fengzi beamed when he saw my reaction, but he still put on a concerned expression and warned, Achen, you should ask her. If that woman really has a boyfriend, do not contact her anymore. Otherwise, her boyfriend might come cause trouble in your livestream. That would be real trouble, wouldn't it? After saying that, Fengzi was secretly delighted at my misfortune. I knew this guy could not be that lucky. If that woman has a boyfriend, he is in for it. Who knows what kind of lesson her boyfriend might teach him? Meeting Fengzi's gaze, I smiled. Then I replied calmly, thanks for the warning. Ace. Fengzi waved a hand, looking as though he truly had my best interest at heart. No need to thank me. We're buddies. It's only right that I remind you. Hearing that, I added, but she is single. I thought it was her private business before, so it was not my place to say. But after thinking it over, I still did not want you to misunderstand the woman from my live stream. When Fengzi heard that, the smile on his face froze, but he quickly recovered, then asked quietly, she's rich and single? Is she kind of plain looking? His words were openly malicious. I could tell. Fengzi had always been jealous of me, so when he saw I was doing better than him, he could no longer suppress his darker side. That was perfectly normal. It would not stop me from completing my task. After a moment's thought, I added, Ace, do not say that. At least to me, she is quite pretty. But Fengzi decided I was just making excuses for that woman from my live stream. He replied sarcastically, fine, I get it. Your live stream girl is gorgeous. With that, he lay back down on the couch. Meanwhile, Zhou hugged her blanket and kept grinning foolishly. She looked like a bashful girl secretly in love. Just then, the phone on her nightstand rang. Reluctantly, she got up and picked it up. The caller ID showed Yaya. Sis, why are you calling me so late? Yaya asked. Are you at the Seeschen Hotel in S City? Zhou replied. Yes, I just checked in. In a good mood, Yaya said. Nothing much. Let's go get a late night snack. 10 minutes later, Zhou and Yaya met in the hotel lobby. Before Yaya could speak, Zhou repeatedly waved her hands. I'm not going to a lounge tonight. I have something important tomorrow. Yaya raised an eyebrow and asked, what important plans do you have? My favorite streamer and I are going to the amusement park tomorrow. The corners of Zhou's lips rose uncontrollably. Only then did Yaya remember that Zhou had traveled all this way to meet her favorite streamer. Wait, that is not right. Didn't you meet him today? Zhou lifted her chin and said proudly, we got along wonderfully. So, we decided tomorrow to spend another day at the amusement park together. Got a problem with that? Yaya looked at her love-struck expression and could barely stand to watch. Shaking her head, she advised, be careful. Do not let him fool you. Zhou nodded. Her reply was firm and emphatic. How could I possibly be fooled? Don't worry. I'm very sharp. And let me tell you, without the live stream filters, my favorite streamer is even more handsome in person than on stream. Seeing her expression, Yaya could not help but chuckle. Does he even need to trick you? The moment you're happy, you'll probably agree to anything. Hearing her laugh, Zhou grew a little irritated too. She could not help asking back, Sis, did you get to see A's, your boyfriend? Then she slapped her forehead and said sarcastically, Look at my terrible memory. I forgot A's refused to meet you. Yaya sighed and said, Do you have to rub it in like that? Yes, A's did not want to see me. But I saw him. When Zhou heard that, she forgot all about her earlier sarcasm. She grabbed Yaya's arm, shook it, and said, Sis, I was wrong. I was just talking nonsense. Tell me all about it. How did you manage to see brother-in-law A's? Is brother-in-law A's handsome? Listening to her rapid-fire questions, Yaya shoved her away in exasperation. She pulled Zhou into the elevator and took her to her executive suite. She made a call using the room phone. Zhou poured herself half a glass and took a small sip. Sis, I'll only have a little. Yaya was in a wonderful mood. She swirled her wine glass. You know, even though you're unreliable sometimes, your idea was actually pretty good. I went to A's apartment complex. At first, I only wanted to see him from afar. Then what? Then what? Oh, stop keeping me in suspense. Yaya beamed. She tipped back her glass and took a sip. Then she said leisurely, I got lucky. I caught him turning his head. He's definitely more handsome than in his photos. Hearing Yaya praise him, Zhou became interested. She nudged Yaya's arm. Really? Sis, let me see a picture of A's. Yaya pushed her away disdainfully. No way. You'll see him when you meet. Zhou pouted and said, You're so stingy. She was not terribly disappointed. It was only her curiosity getting the better of her. Still, she knew where to draw the line. After all, he was her friend's boyfriend. Besides, Achen is all I can think about now. So what if A's is handsome? He cannot possibly be more handsome than Achen. The two women clinked glasses again. With a slight smile, Zhou said, Sis, I really like S-City. This city is wonderful. Me too. Yaya nodded in agreement. The business deal I discussed today went very smoothly, and I got to see A's. That was such a lovely surprise. S-City really is a wonderful place. Of course, neither woman knew they had met the same man. The next day, Yaya flew back to B-City, while Zhou dressed up with great care. She even changed outfits 3 or 4 times in front of the mirror. Only then, satisfied, did she take a cab to the amusement park. We had agreed to meet by the flower beds in the park plaza. From far away, she spotted a handsome figure. As she drew closer, she saw me dressed in athletic clothes. My alluring eyes curved slightly as I watched her. Zhou could not take her eyes off me. Her heart began racing uncontrollably again. I called out and waved, Xiaoshu, over here. Only then did Zhou come back to her senses. Lowering her head shyly, she said, Sorry, have you been waiting long? I shook my head. No, I just got here too. I was not actually that interested in amusement parks, but I heard Zhou had never been to a city, so I took her around for the day. I bought express passes for all the rides, so we did not have to wait in line at all. We started with the gentler rides and saved the roller coaster for last. It was not until we got on the roller coaster at last and plunged down from its highest point that Zhou finally could not hold back a scream. She immediately regretted it a little, but the next second, I reached out and took her hand. I looked at her with concern. Zhou heard only one sentence. Don't be scared. I'm here. In that instant, the thrill of riding a roller coaster could not compare to the impact of those words. He is worried about me. He is even holding my hand. Oh my God. I am so touched. I am going to cry. Zhou's heart melted. My favorite streamer really is an angel. After we tried all the rides, we watched the float parade too, as well as the evening fireworks show. After it was over, before getting in her car, Zhou carefully asked me, Achen, can I come visit S-City again? I nodded. Of course you can. At that, Zhou's lips curled upward on their own. Then, the next second, she heard me say, I had a great time with you. Xiaoshu, you're like my own sister. When are you coming back to visit again? There was not a trace of romantic feeling for her in my eyes. Only then did Zhou realize she had overlooked the most important thing. My favorite streamer, Achen, does not seem to like women like me. Forget it. You cannot force love. I should head home. It was rather late when I returned to the dorm that night. When Feng saw me return, he said in surprise, "You are back so late. I thought you were staying out tonight." I shook my head and for the first time replied with emphasis, "She and I are just ordinary friends. I was simply showing her around city. That is all." Feng sensed the displeasure in my voice. He gave an awkward smile and explained, "That is not what I meant. I just think that the woman from your stream is young and beautiful. A woman like that could be considered as girlfriend material." I did not want to dwell on the subject either. I nodded. Then I noticed that today, Feng was no longer sighing gloomily. He looked positively radiant. So I asked curiously, "Ace, what good thing happened to you today? You look so happy." Hearing my question, Feng let out a breath of relief. Then he grinned at me and said, "Is it that obvious? I thought Yaya would be upset because I refused to meet her. But this morning, she actually came to me first. She even apologized. She said she had been in a bad mood these past few days, so she had not replied to my messages. What is more, she knows I like working out, so she specially picked out a pair of sneakers for me. They will arrive tomorrow." Listening to Feng's boastful tone, I raised an eyebrow. Yaya really splurged this time. She must really like my looks. The corner of my lips lifted, but there was no smile in my eyes. "I am truly happy for you. Yaya really likes you." Feng was caught up in his own feelings. He did not notice those details at all. In his eyes, all that mattered were the sneakers arriving tomorrow. After his excitement faded, Feng gave me a knowing look and advised, "You should get a move on too. Honestly, that woman from your stream is really great. It is hard to find such an amazing woman these days." I nodded and flattered him. "That is true. But your Yaya is even more impressive for starting her own business." Feng acted modest, but he could not resist showing off again. Not at all. Actually, her family provided the money for her to start the business. Who would have thought she would really succeed? Whenever he talked about Yaya, he could not stop talking. Just then, I casually said, "Your Yaya is so outstanding. There must be lots of men pursuing her, right?" Feng's smile froze. "More than I can count. There are men around her all the time." Feng began to feel insecure again. I turned his own advice back on him. "Honestly, Ace, she is so exceptional. There must be many men who want to pursue her. You should meet soon and make your relationship official. After all, online dating keeps you separated by a screen. There is far too much uncertainty." Those words struck Feng right in the heart. Online dating is even more uncertain than a long-distance relationship, and my profile pictures are fake. No, I need to meet her in person soon and make things official. Over the next few days, whenever I went live, Zhou was always there on time. Zhou often sent small gifts to support the streamer. The viewers teased, "Miss you really is our streamer's most devoted supporter." Zhou replied with a smile, "I simply enjoy listening to Achen sing. These are only small tokens of my support." The viewers all chimed in. "They are so adorable together. Sister, you called him Achen. It is so sweet I could cry." I pretended not to see their teasing. Even in our private WeChat chats, I never crossed a line. One day, Zhou was about to enter my stream when a phone call interrupted her. She had not wanted to answer, but the caller ID showed Yaya, so she picked up. Yaya's languid voice came through the phone. "Zhou, are you free tonight? Come pick me up." Zhou frowned. "Sis, have you had too much to drink?" Yaya briefly explained, "I had a business dinner tonight. The client insisted on drinking to their heart's content, or they would not sign. But I had no choice if I wanted the contract." Even though Yaya could hold her liquor, after drinking the client under the table, she felt rather sick herself, so she called her best friend. "All right, I will be right there." After saying that, Zhou first sent me a message. "Something came up tonight. I probably won't make it to your stream tonight." Before I could reply, she hurriedly threw on a coat and ran downstairs. 15 minutes later, outside the restaurant, she bundled Yaya into the passenger seat. She claimed she was only tipsy, but her eyes were still clear. She was only a little unsteady on her feet. "You sure drank a lot, huh? Next time, try to drink less at business dinners. It is bad for your health." Please, Do not throw up in my freshly washed car. As soon as they got in the car, Zhou could not help complaining. Baya's red lips curled into a smile. She glanced at Zhou, then said half-jokingly, "One day, I'll buy you a car wash business. Then you can wash your car there for free, okay?" Zhou quickly waved her hands in exaggerated protest. No, sis, that is far too generous. I was only joking." Then she silently complained to herself. She really has had too much to drink. Who else would say they would buy me a car wash? Only she would do something like that. Halfway there, Baya's phone rang. They happened to be stopped at a red light. Watching her search everywhere for it, Zhou spotted it at once. She pointed to the bag on Baya's left. By then, the alcohol had gone to Baya's head. A trace of exhaustion showed on her face. She finally managed to take out her phone, but nearly dropped it again. She sighed and said, "Zhou, answer it for me." "Sure, no problem. I guess I am destined to be your workhorse." It was a WeChat call from Feng. "Hello, brother-in-law." He paused in surprise, then said, "It is miss you. Are you with Yaya now? She told me she had a business dinner tonight. I am a little worried about her." Zhou nodded repeatedly. "Do not worry, brother-in-law. I have already picked her up." Feng nodded. "Okay, with you there. I feel much better. Drive carefully, bye." After Zhou ended the call, she placed the phone in the center console. Turning to Yaya, she relayed, "Sis, it was brother-in-law's. He was worried about you. I already promised him I would get you home safely. It feels so nice to have someone who cares about you." After chattering on, she realized Yaya had fallen asleep against the window. When they arrived at the Bai residence, Yaya looked much better. The butler saw Miss Bai return. He quickly stepped forward to support her, then asked, "Miss Zhou, what happened to my young miss?" "Uncle Zhang, it is nothing. She just had a business dinner. She drank a little too much. That is all. Please take her inside so she can rest." Once the old butler helped Yaya inside, Zhou finally relaxed, ready to head home. "Miss Bai, have some hangover soup." Uncle Zhang had the kitchen prepare it and send it to her bedroom. Yaya took it and drank half a bowl. Only then did she feel human again. As her drunkenness gradually faded, she unlocked her phone. She was about to message Ace, but the password came up incorrect. She frowned and entered it again. Still wrong. Wait, it suddenly occurred to her. This is not my phone. It seems to be Zhou's. Then she looked at the lock screen. It showed a sunny, cheerful man. Baya's first reaction was suspicion. Why would Zhou's phone have a photo of Ace? Before she could think it through, there was a knock at the door. "Young miss. Miss Zhou has just come back. She says you took each other's phones by mistake." Yaya had just acknowledged it. When the impatient Zhou burst through the door, she moved unbelievably fast. She snatched her phone back, then shoved Yaya's own phone into her hands. "If brother-in-law Ace had not called again, I would not have known we took the wrong phones." Zhou patted her chest in relief. "Good thing I was only halfway home." Zhou then asked, "Sis, you did not take the chance to snoop through my phone, did you?" Without hesitation, Yaya replied, "Your phone has a password. How could I look through it?" Yaya wanted to ask her about it, and was just about to speak. Zhou waved her hand as if on cue. "It is getting late. I should head home early too. Maybe I can still catch my favorite streamers live." Watching Zhou hurry away, Yaya shook her head. It seemed their meeting in S-City had not dimmed Zhou's enthusiasm, but made her even more obsessed. Is this really that interesting? Interesting enough to captivate Zhou like this? On impulse, Yaya opened the livestream app. The first stream the algorithm recommended was Xingchen's livestream. Before she even saw his face clearly, a melodious voice flowed from the stream. He was singing a recently popular song. The man on screen smiled, revealing two cute little fangs. His almond-shaped eyes tilted upward at the corners. He looked fresh and radiant. Just then, I saw a new account enter the live stream. As warmly as ever, I greeted them. "Welcome, Yaya, to the live stream. This is a singing live stream. One little heart or one popularity ticket lets you request a song." As soon as I finished speaking, I saw the new account leave the live stream again. I did not think much of it, but 3 seconds later, Yaya entered the live stream again. This time, I did not greet her again. I was smiling as I interacted with the woman in the live stream. "Achen, I want to hear Against the Odds. Could you sing it?" The corners of my lips lifted as I spoke. "Sure, it is a new song. Give me a moment." I will learn it right away. Yaya was completely sober now. She stared at that handsome, radiant face on screen in silence. She was certain she had not mistaken him. Then her eyes shifted to the streamer's name. Xingchen sounded familiar. Zhou's favorite streamer's name seemed to include Chen. Could it really be such a coincidence? She picked up her phone and messaged Ace. What are you doing right now? He replied quickly. I just washed up. I am lying face down on my bed, scrolling through my phone. I will be going to sleep soon. Yaya, you drank tonight, so get some sleep early too. Otherwise, you will wake up with a headache tomorrow. Looking at his words, so full of concern, Yaya's long lashes fluttered very slowly. Her feelings were hidden beneath her long lashes. Okay, I understand. Good night, sweet dreams. When she returned to the live stream, the streamer on screen was singing against the odds. For the first time, she opened the gift menu. On impulse, she sent a gift. When I saw it, I did not overlook it just because it was inexpensive. I smiled and said, "Thank you, Yaya, for the popularity ticket and little heart. If there is a song you want to hear, write it in the comments." Yaya could not explain how she felt. She simply continued interacting in the comments. Then I saw her reply, "Anything." I thought for a moment. The next, I will sing Everyone, a song I have been loving lately. As you wish, which Miss You as requested before. I wish you all the best. His beautiful singing began. When Yaya heard him mention Miss You, she became even more certain he was. The male streamer Zhou had been following lately, so she had not been mistaken about the photo on Zhou's lock screen. As for why he looked exactly like Ace, she had only two theories. The first possibility, Ace had lied to me. His real job was being a male streamer, but he had not told me for privacy reasons. The second possibility, the photo Ace sent me was fake. The man in that photo was the streamer currently on screen. As Yaya sank into thought, her phone suddenly vibrated softly. Across the bottom of the livestream screen, one azure dragon after another surged across it. Sleepless moon. Good thing I made it in time. Achen still has 5 minutes before ending the stream. The other fans excitedly teased her. What happened, Miss You? Why are you so late today? Exactly. Achen just sang As You Wish, the song you like. Other fans praised her too. That is our Miss You for you. She sent 10 dragons in one go. The dragon keeper truly lives up to her name. You sang As You Wish, really? I missed it. The smiling male voice rang out again. Do not cry, Miss You. I will sing it for you. One more time, then I can end the stream. Okay. I cannot wait. Yaya stared at the screen, quietly watching them chat. So this was how Zhou usually acted in the live stream. Before she knew it, the song had ended. Xingchen announced that he was ending the stream. So Yaya asked in the public chat, what time will you stream tomorrow? I answered with a smile. I start at 8 every evening and end at 10. See you tomorrow, Yaya. After that, I said goodbye to the fans in the livestream one by one. Finally, I waved at Zhou and said, bye, miss you. See you tomorrow. Then a notice popped up. The livestream has ended. Yaya got up and walked to the window. She drew back the curtains and looked at the bright moon hanging in the night sky. Her lips pressed together as she stood lost in thought. Meanwhile, on my end, after ending the stream, I leaned back in my chair. Actually, from the moment that account called Yaya entered my live stream, I had guessed who it was. I had not expected Yaya to be smarter than I thought. She noticed something was wrong so quickly. I wonder, once she finds out, how will she deal with Feng? This is going to be quite a show. A knock sounded at the door. Feng's voice followed. Are you asleep? Can you keep me company and talk for a while? No, I am really sleepy right now. I answered without hesitation. Feng froze outside the door. He had not expected me to reject him so bluntly. Just then, his WeChat chat window showed a new message notification. It was from Yaya. She was still awake so late. Could she not sleep because she was thinking about me? So she likes me that much. The trace of unease in his heart vanished at once. Feng excitedly opened the message. There was only one sentence. Ace, let us meet this weekend. As Feng looked at the message, his heart leaped into his throat. Why did Yaya want to meet me again? Could she have discovered something? After thinking for a moment, he typed a reply. But I am planning to go back to my hometown this week. I have something to take care of. He did not care how flimsy the excuse was. Any delay was better than none. To his surprise, she replied quickly. What is it? Is it serious? Do you need me to come with you? Feng quickly replied. No, it is just a small matter. I have not been home in a long time, so it is a good chance to go back. Yaya replied, okay. Call me anytime if you need anything. Seeing those words, Feng's tense heart finally eased a little, but he also knew that meeting Yaya was becoming urgent. Just as Achen had said, they were in an online relationship, after all. If they kept putting off meeting, there was a good chance she would be taken away by someone she met in real life. The next morning, I was getting ready to go for a run. The moment I reached the living room, I found Feng already dressed in workout clothes and waiting there. I said in surprise, Ace, you are up so early. Dark circles shadowed Feng's eyes. He gave a bitter smile. I could not sleep at all. I sat on the couch all night. I casually asked, what is wrong? What happened? As if he had found someone to rely on, Feng told me how Yaya had suggested meeting the night before. Then he tried to bolster his own resolve. I will meet her by next month at the latest. So I need to lose weight as soon as possible. I waved him over. All right, let us go for a morning run together. When we reached the park, this time, Feng was not glued to his phone. He focused and ran just under half a lap, only stopping when he could barely catch his breath. I ran 5 kilometers. He barely managed to. As we walked home from the park, Feng praised me. You are amazing. You managed to keep running every day. Unlike me, I have always been weak since childhood. My parents said I needed more nourishing food, and they fed me until I got this fat. I smiled. My family was poor when I was young. I had to cross 8 mountains to get to school. So, running is more than exercise to me. Feng asked curiously. If it is not exercise, what is it? My gaze darkened. It reminds me what it feels like to live in hardship. So I never lived that way again. Feng was stunned after hearing that. I had always known that when it came to money, he had an inexplicable obsession. But thinking about it now, I could understand. After living through too much hardship, who would want to return to that life? Before I started streaming that evening, I received a message from Zhou. My parents dragged me to a birthday banquet tonight. I probably cannot come support you. Naturally, I replied understandingly. It is okay. Real life comes first. At exactly 8 that night, I officially started the stream. That day, I wore a modern Chinese-style shirt. The screen flooded with praise the moment I went live. Achen, I am here. Achen is even more handsome today. He has the air of a refined young gentleman. You caught me off guard with your looks again. I read out their usernames one by one as I watch the comments. Thank you all for your support. Yes, this shirt is new. It looks great, right? You want the shopping link? You can take a screenshot and search for it. Sweethearts, I am not a sales streamer. I patiently explained to everyone entering the live stream. Just then, another new account entered the live stream. Welcome to the live stream, Yaya. You asked when I streamed yesterday. I thought you were only teasing me. I did not expect you to really come hear me sing. To thank you for keeping your word. You can request a song. What would you like to hear? The corners of my lips lifted slightly. My eyes seemed full of anticipation. Yaya did not understand either why she had opened the short video app again and entered the live stream. I only came to confirm Ace's true identity. I did not come specifically to watch Xingchen. His voice seemed brighter than Ace's. But there was still a difference. When Yaya did not answer for a long time, I spoke again. Are you looking through the song list? Take your time, there is no rush. Then I turned to the fans and said, welcome to the live stream, everyone. 1 little heart or 1 popularity ticket lets you request a song. Yaya sent 10 little hearts. A hint of surprise entered my voice. Thank you, Yaya, for the 10 little hearts. What song would you like to hear? The next second, the live stream welcomed another level 41 big spender. Her username was I love French fries. New streamer? I answered politely. Welcome to the live stream, I love French fries. I am not exactly a new streamer. I have been streaming for almost a year. You are pretty handsome. Why are there so few people in your live stream? 1 popularity ticket or 1 little heart can request a song. If I send you a balloon, wouldn't you end up singing yourself hoarse? Hearing the contempt in her words, I curled my lips into a smile and replied gently. To make sure everyone who sends gifts has a good experience in this live stream, regardless of the value of the gift, each person can request a maximum of 3 songs. Even expensive gifts only get 3 songs. Then I might as well send 3 little hearts. Seeing the hostility in her tone, the fans in the comments quickly spoke up to confirm it. That is how our live stream works. That is how our live stream works. Exactly. Miss you sent a dragon. Miss you sent a dragon. And Achen only sang one song. A dragon for one song? Are you kidding me? What kind of idiots and paid shills are these? They have money to burn. She suspected the streamer, and the shills in the live stream were trying to scam her. Just as she was about to leave, she suddenly saw a message. What is a dragon? How do you send one? When I Love French Fries saw that she was only level 5, she immediately laughed. You only sent a little heart, yet you are asking how to send a dragon? That is not how you pretend to be rich. If you have no money, why pretend? Can you send one? Haha, are you an idiot? You need to unlock level 60 before you can send one. I cannot afford one anyway. Besides, even if I were rich, I would not spend money on this streamer. Seeing the live stream was about to erupt into an argument, I stepped in at once. Thank you for the little hearts, Yaya. What would you like to hear? I am ready to sing anytime. And I love French fries. You are welcome to listen. But if you stir up trouble, the moderators will show you out. I love French fries sent a hot air balloon and replied, I am here to listen. Sing me what kind of woman? The fans in the livestream strongly suspected that I love French fries was mocking Yaya. Of course, I caught the implication too. I tactfully said, song requests are handled in gift order. Yaya, what song would you like? Have you decided? I love French fries sneered sarcastically. 10 little hearts are enough to make someone top supporter. You are really something, streamer. Off screen, Yaya had never been spoken to like that before. With a cold laugh, she directly sent a hua hua. Her level quickly rose past level 30. Everyone else in the livestream was dumbfounded. Everyone in the livestream stared in shock. No way. Yaya is actually this loaded. Sister Yaya, I crown you our new queen. Other than miss you, you are the woman I admire most. Did you see that? I love French fries. Coming back to my senses, I smiled at the screen and said, thank you, Sister Yaya, for the hua hua. Sister Yaya is so generous and awesome. Our Achen is so adorable. The moment she sent a hua hua, Yaya became Sister Yaya. I love French fries. Was truly regretting it now. She had not expected that. While her opponent could not send dragons, she could afford hua huas. She could send them too. But after doing so, she would have no allowance left for the month. Your turn. Are you sending one? Those two short messages were loaded with provocation. No one could stand being taunted like that. I love French fries gritted her teeth. At worst, she would spend this month's allowance, all in this live stream. She refused to swallow this insult. Why should she be beneath this Yaya? With that thought, I love French fries immediately sent 10 hua huas. Who could have expected that the result of two big spenders competing out of spite would be endless gift effects filling the live stream? The fans excitedly flooded the chat. Oh my god, just days ago I said I was sick of dragon effects. And now I am sick of hua hua effects too. It was not just the fans. Meanwhile, people from other live streams came to join the fun. Ho! What is going on in this live stream? So many hua huas in 5 minutes. They are seriously loaded. Ladies, come check out our SY group livestream. Seeing this scene, I love French fries. Coolly replied, it is not like I cannot afford them. Yaya, did you see that? What do you think? Yaya, did you see that? What do you think? Yaya, did you see that? What do you think? She had barely gloated for a few seconds when hua hua effects appeared in the livestream again. Yaya had sent several more hua huas. Oh, heavens. Who are these absolute legends? They spend money like water. They spend money like water. Everyone in the livestream was stunned. Meanwhile, I love French fries was backed into a corner. She looked at her bank balance, which was already empty. Yaya took in everyone's reactions in the public chat. Then she gave a soft laugh. That is all you have? You dare provoke me? You have some nerve. She typed. Keep going. But I love French fries did not respond for a long time. I turn on my microphone. Thank you, Sister Yaya, and I love French fries for the hua huas. Tonight, you are both the big shots in my live stream. Thank you for your generosity. The fans in the live stream immediately became lively again. Sister Yaya is seriously awesome. Haha, Miss You is probably crying in the bathroom right now. After missing one night, our Achen has a new big sister. Other fans reminded them, do not stir up drama. Sister Yaya and Miss You are both wonderful big sisters to our Achen. Others just wanted to fan the flames. Hey, why has I love French fries gone quiet? She is probably too embarrassed to speak. Did she spend herself broke? My internet is bad. It froze. The next second, I love French fries left the live stream. Fuming, she thought to herself, is that Yaya out of her mind? She throws huahuas around as though they cost nothing. Does she have money burning a hole in her pocket? Give some to me. Why give it to this utterly ordinary streamer? With that kind of financial power, how am I supposed to compete with her? Once I love French fries left, the live stream immediately became peaceful. Everyone firmly supported Yaya. Yaya had never understood people who enjoyed tipping live streamers. Until this moment, she finally seemed to feel a hint of the fun. She watched the man before her, who gently said to her, Sister Yaya, what song would you like to hear? Pick one quickly. Yaya did not have any songs she particularly liked. After thinking for a moment, she asked, Can you sing Misty Rain Jianghu? Before I could answer, the fans eagerly chimed in. Our Achen can sing it. What a coincidence. Miss Yu became a fan after hearing Misty Rain Jianghu, and that was how she got hooked on Xingchen's livestream. So Sister Yaya plays Qiangxia 3-2. Reading the fans' comments, Yaya finally understood the whole story. Just then, the musical intro slowly began. Then his rich, magnetic voice followed. She had to admit, the man before her had real talent. He really did sing beautifully. He even sounded better than the official version. After quietly listening through one song, Yaya kept listening, while browsing the gift list. Some gifts had such lovely names, that she sent each one in turn. Thank you, Sister Yaya, for the castle, the carriage, and the spaceship. I raised both hands above my head and made a heart. Then I threw in a wink. Yaya blushed in that instant. Her eyes darted away. Then she replied, No need to thank me. You sing very well. I smiled and said, Sister Yaya, would you like to hear anything else? You still have two song requests left. Yaya thought for a moment, then suddenly asked, Do you have any older relatives at home? The moment she said that, everyone in the live stream was baffled. Is Sister Yaya doing a background check? Is this some new kind of long-lost family reunion? Yaya saw the other comments too, so she added, It is all right. I was being a little presumptuous. You do not have to answer. I forced a smile and answered earnestly, It is fine. The elders in my family are all still with us. On the other end of the phone, Yaya watched the dejected man on the live stream. She did not dare press him further, so she said, Just sing the songs you like. I am not picky. I smiled and said, All right, then I will sing Bit by Bit and Spoiled Love. They are for everyone. After I finished singing, Yaya asked curiously, You really sing beautifully. Did you graduate from a music program? I replied, Yes, Sister Yaya. I am in the music department at S University. Yaya hesitated. She remembered A's once telling her that he had also studied music at S University. So, were they actually the same person? Then she asked again, What do you usually do in your free time? Do you play games? I shook my head at the camera and replied, I am not much of a gamer. At most, I play little games to pass the time. Gaming is not my strong suit. Yaya froze. Then, without another word, she left the live stream. I continued the live stream as though nothing had happened. Over the next 2 days of streaming, Zhou logged on as usual and sent gifts and support. But Yaya never appeared. From the other fans, Zhou learned that on the day she had not logged in, a new big sister had appeared in the live stream. It irritated her a little. She only sent a few huahuas. What kind of big sister does that make her? I send at least several dragons every time. What does she have to compete with me? Then, on Friday, I got a call from home. Achen, your grandmother is sick. Come home this weekend. All right. Is grandma seriously ill? Mother Zhang replied. She has been hospitalized, anyway. Just come home and see her. She will be very happy to see you. With that, she hung up. I put down my phone, my expression dark and unreadable. Just then, Feng came out of his room to get some water. Holding a cup, he noticed my odd expression and asked curiously, What is wrong? Why do you look so pale? I sighed and said, It is nothing. My grandmother is sick. I may need to go home this weekend. At that, a flash of delight crossed Feng's face. Talk about perfect timing. I can say the reason I am going home is to deal with this. If I can get some real photos of the scene, that should make it more convincing. So he eagerly asked, Is it serious? I happen to be free this weekend. How about I go home with you? We can keep each other company. Looking at Feng's expectant face, I gently declined. No need. A lot of relatives will be there. I do not want to trouble you. Fengzi was not discouraged in the slightest. Instead, he showed even more concern. Oh, come on. We are such good friends. Besides, Yaya transferred quite a bit of money to me. If you do not have enough for the medical bills, I can lend you some. Seeing how insistent he was, I did not refuse. Over the weekend, A's did not log on to play games. He had gone home to see his sick grandmother. Xingchen did not stream either. His latest post said he had family matters to deal with. When Yaya and Zhou attended a girls' get-together, Zhou kept glancing at her phone. One of the women noticed and asked curiously, "Zhou, are you dating someone? Is your boyfriend checking up on you that closely?" Zhou quickly waved her hands. "Get out of here. I do not even have a boyfriend yet." For reasons even she did not understand, Yaya teased her in a casual tone. She has taken a liking to a male streamer lately. She is pursuing him. The women's eyes lit up at once. Seriously, no way. What is this streamer's name? I want to check out his live stream too. Our sister Zhou has such high standards. Any streamer she likes must be handsome. Zhou hurriedly said. Go on, get out of here. Every one of you. Shut it. This is private. And do not even think about looking for that streamer. Wait until he is my boyfriend. Seeing her unusually serious expression, the others fell silent. Then one of them suddenly turned to Yaya and asked curiously, Sister Yaya, are you still seeing that guy you met online? When are you going to meet in person? The others quickly chimed in. Exactly. When will you bring him for us to meet? Yaya set down her cup and said softly, he is not free this weekend. His grandmother is sick. Zhou had been quietly drinking her coffee, but immediately set down her cup when she heard that. Brother-in-law A's grandmother is sick too. What a coincidence. My favorite streamer's grandmother is sick too. Has there been some kind of epidemic among the elderly lately? Looking at Zhou's innocent, bewildered face, Yaya knew she truly did not know anything about A's and Xingchen. She gave a dismissive reply. Maybe. The seasons are changing, after all. Just then, Zhou's phone chimed. She received a message Achen had sent her. A wide shot of a hospital bed. Do not worry. My grandmother's surgery is over. I will stay by her bedside tonight. When Zhou opened it, Yaya, seated beside her, caught sight of the photo. It was the same as the one A's had sent that afternoon. The bed number was identical. So A's and Xingchen were the same person. And he was in contact with Zhou and me at the same time. The moment that thought surfaced, Yaya sensed something was wrong. She began to analyze it. They were both men, but Xingchen's voice was clearly more rich and magnetic than A's. The only thing she could be sure of was that Xingchen and A's definitely knew each other in real life. Then another thought came to her. It would actually be easy to verify their identities. Streamers usually add fans who send major gifts on WeChat to maintain the relationship. So the simplest, fastest method was to add Xingchen on WeChat and arrange to meet in person. But Yaya hesitated again. What if A's was A's and Xingchen was Xingchen? What if they were two different people? Then how am I supposed to face this? Did I fall for his cheerful personality? Or his handsome face? But if I like his personality, Why am I angry that he lied to me? Yaya was confused too. So she opened her phone again and sent a friend request. Unexpectedly, a minute later, the request was accepted. Sister Yaya, it is Xingchen. A greeting sticker followed. Yaya frowned. It was the sticker A's often sent her. When they chatted, that was enough to prove the two of them were very close. Otherwise, they would not use the same chat stickers. She did not rush to reply. Instead, she opened his profile and checked his social feed. Unlike A's simple post, which only showed scenery, Xingchen's social feed was far more varied. It had plenty of landscape photos, as well as many photos of himself. Then her finger froze. Among the selfies, one was the very photo A's had once sent her. Yaya took a deep breath. Her finger hovered over the Remove Friend button. It paused for a moment, then finally moved away. Over and over, she told herself, I am A's girlfriend. The person before me is Xingchen. He is Zhou's favorite streamer. He is not my A's. I should not stay tangled up with him. As she struggled with herself, a new message from him suddenly appeared. Sister Yaya, I have good news. My cover of Yanyu Zhonghu caught the attention of the game's official staff. They invited me to this weekend's player convention. It will be held in B City. I remember you are in B City too, right? Let me treat you to a meal then. After a brief silence, Yaya replied, I am very busy with work. We can talk about it then. All right, then we will talk later. I am going to sleep now. Good night, Sister Yaya. The next day, the moment she logged into Jianghu Tiangxia 3, she found an invitation to the player convention in her inbox. As the leader of the game's top guild, she was invited to attend the convention. Meanwhile, the guild chat was buzzing. It is great that it is being held in B City this time. If everyone can make it, I will treat you all to dinner. Someone sadly declined. Sister Wymian, you are so generous. But my mom set me up on a blind date this week, so I cannot go. So sad. Others replied excitedly. I live nearby. This is great. We can finally meet in person. Who from our guild is in B City? I cannot wait to meet you all. Besides me, your guild leader Yaya is there too. Someone else chimed in. Really? Will our guild leader attend the player convention? I remember our guild leader is a major entrepreneur who built her own business. Will she have time to come? Do not worry. I will be there. The chat erupted in cheers. Then someone had a sudden thought and asked, then A's will definitely be there too, right? Wonderful, my favorite couple will finally meet in person. Feng stared at the guild chat in the online game and fell silent. He never expected the game developers to organize a player convention. Of course, he knew that in a setting like this, meeting Yaya would seem more appropriate. With guild members there to keep things lively, the atmosphere would be much more comfortable. But he had been getting up early to run every day this week, and had only lost 2 or 3 pounds. He did not look much different. Maybe he should forget it, though he was tempted after thinking it over. He answered cautiously, my grandmother has not fully recovered yet. I might not be able to come. When the others heard that, they all said taking care of family came first. It is all right. Put your family first. Brother-in-laws, we can meet next time. That evening, after finishing the guild's daily quest, Feng had wanted to explore the game world with Yaya, but Yaya said she still had some things to handle that night. Feng could only do the quest alone. Meanwhile, Yaya, who had claimed to be busy, entered Xingchen's livestream again. This time, she did not check the time, and ran straight into Zhou. Welcome, Sister Yaya, to the livestream. The other fans quickly followed. Welcome, Sister Yaya. What a lucky day. This is Miss Hughes. First time running into Sister Yaya, right? Sister Yaya, that name sounds familiar. Who are you? Why have I never seen you before? The livestream viewers hurriedly explained. Miss Hugh. This is Miss Hugh, who sends Achen dragons every day. It is your first time meeting, right? Wait, that is not right. Does your name mean something? It is very similar to someone I know. Yaya's heart nearly skipped a beat, but then she remembered Zhou was not exactly sharp. So she made up an answer. My name has the character Ya in it, so I call myself Yaya. Oh, I was overthinking it. Yaya let out a long breath. Just then, I addressed everyone in the livestream. Excitedly, everyone. I have good news. I received an invitation from Jianghu Tiangxia 3 to perform Yanyu Zhonghu as a guest singer. Everyone was incredibly supportive and offered their congratulations. Wow, our Achen is amazing. Are they paying you an appearance fee? I read the comments and replied, yes, there is an appearance fee. It is not much, but it is still recognition from the official team. They said my flights, lodging, and meals are all covered. I have never been to B City, so I can do some sightseeing too. But I remember. Miss, you said she is from B City, right? Yes, I am a local. I will introduce you to our guild members then. Then a fan asked curiously, which Jianghu Tiangxia 3 guild is Miss Yuan? You can tell from her name. Why me and you? She is the vice leader of the top guild. After Zhou answered, the public chat instantly exploded. No way. Who knew a big shot would be a big shot in the game too? If Sister Yaya had not said that her nickname came from her own name, I would have thought she had something to do with the top guild. When Yaya saw that comment, she guiltily kicked that viewer out of the live stream. Ever since she logged in, I had made her a moderator. It really made managing the chat much easier. After kicking them out, she began to regret it. Was that move a little too obvious? Would Zhou get suspicious of me? But she soon realized there was nothing to worry about. Zhou had not noticed her at all. She was too busy enthusiastically playing tour guide, introducing all the food and attractions B City had to offer. Before ending the stream, I sang Yan Yu Zhanghu once more. I also told everyone I would be taking time off. I was going to the player convention that weekend, so I probably would not be live streaming. After the stream ended, I came out to get some water, unable to hold back my smile any longer. God, hearing Yaya seriously say that Yaya was a nickname based on her name was so hilarious, and she did not seem to realize that she had been visiting the live stream more and more often. Soon, at this rate, it should all be wrapping up soon. I sighed with satisfaction. I had barely taken a sip of water when I saw Feng brooding on the sofa again. When he saw me, it was like seeing a therapist. Before he could speak, I quickly finished my water and got straight to the point. I will not be in S City this weekend. I have an event to attend. Feng froze. He asked curiously, an event? What event? Funny enough, it is for that game you play, an official Jianghu Tiangxia 3 event. The developers invited me to perform on site as a guest artist, singing the theme song of Yan Yu Zhanghu. My meals, hotel, and flight are all covered, and they are paying me an appearance fee too. When Feng heard that, all the color drained from his face. Just now, in the game, both Ya and Wymi and you said they would attend the player convention. If Achen performed there in person, the truth would definitely come out. No, I absolutely cannot let that happen. With that thought, he said agitatedly, no, you cannot go. I gently patted his shoulder and asked in confusion, why? Do not get so worked up. Only then did Feng realize that he had overreacted. He pleaded with me, Achen, please do not go. All right. I met his gaze and shook my head very seriously. No, I have already agreed to it. They have already paid for my flight and booked my hotel. Feng said firmly, it is just a matter of money. I will handle it. I will reimburse those expenses, and whatever appearance fee they offered you, I will pay double. I burst out laughing. I laughed until Feng began to feel uneasy. I replied slowly, you are being so strange. Feng's whole body tensed. He had blurted those words out in a moment of panic. Now, no matter how he tried to explain himself, he could not find a convincing reason. Achen, I cannot explain it to you, but I have my reasons. Can you please agree to this? I savored the look on his face. He really was such a coward. This alone had him panicking so badly. Then why, when he sent my photo to Yaya before, had he been so confident, so smug? I said slowly, no, I cannot. One of my female viewers is in B City too. I already promised she could be my guide. Seeing that I would not budge, Feng could only return to his room to sulk alone. For the next 2 or 3 days, he ignored me. I did not mind. Soon, Friday afternoon arrived. I packed my suitcase, ready to fly to B City. When I saw Feng leave his room, wheeling a suitcase behind him, he smiled, completely out of character. Achen, I am going to the player convention too. We can go together and keep each other company. I had no idea what he was thinking, so I could only nod and agree. So, we took a cab to the airport. During that time, Feng kept using all kinds of excuses to delay checking in. After passing security, he claimed he had left something outside and asked me to go back out with him, trying to make us miss the flight. I saw through every single one. I even casually said, you do not seem to want me at the player convention. Why? Because of Yaya? Feng Zi's breath caught. His first thought was that I knew the truth, but my next words were, "Do not worry. I know to keep my distance from a friend's girlfriend. I will not go out of my way to greet her. I will treat her like a complete stranger." Only after hearing that did Feng Zi let out a long breath. Yet he was still deeply uneasy. He even wondered, should I, before the convention starts, send Yaya a real photo of myself? Maybe she will forgive me. But he still could not bring himself to do it. And so, even after the plane landed just before the event began, Feng Zi was still at war with himself. Meanwhile, Yaya had not sent him a single message. Feng Zi was not upset by it. He was even relieved. Otherwise, every time he saw a message from Yaya, he would be overwhelmed by guilt. As for Yaya, she had not chosen to set out with Zhou either. She did not know why. Perhaps, deep down, she wanted to meet Xingchen alone. After checking in at the entrance to the player convention, she was in no hurry to go inside. Then, from afar, she saw a cab pull up nearby. The first person to step out was a strikingly handsome man. He was followed by another man with slightly curly hair. Almost at a glance, Yaya told herself, they were Xingchen and a-chen. So this is what my a-chen looks like. It was her first time seeing what a-chen looked like. As they drew closer, Yaya felt increasingly wistful. She sighed softly and followed them inside. After Feng Zi and I got out of the cab, we spotted the check-in desk and walked over. After the staff at the check-in desk asked for our in-game usernames, they took out small bags of game merchandise and were about to hand them to us, when a soft female voice came from behind us. "A-chen, is that you?" Yaya stood behind us, smiling warmly. The two of us turned around. Feng Zi instinctively started to answer, but then he saw Yaya gently loop her arm through mine. His entire body went rigid. For a moment, he wanted to rush over, but he stopped short. Then he thought, no, if I rush over, it will be the same as telling Yaya that I have been deceiving her with a fake photo. No, absolutely not. I cannot confess here. So he could only watch Yaya link arms with me, bitterness twisting in his chest. Meanwhile, my acting was flawless. My first reaction was to frown. I forcefully shook off her hand, then said, "Who are you? I do not know you. Why are you holding on to me?" Before I could finish, Feng Zi quickly pulled me to the other side, away from Yaya's gaze. Suppressing his jealousy, he said, "I am sorry, but can you pretend to be a-chen and meet her for me?" I feigned confusion. "Who is she?" Feng Zi glanced over there and whispered, "That is Yaya. For some reason, she seems to have mistaken you for me. Even now." He still did not want to explain that he had used my photo to date Yaya online. I gave a cold laugh and turned to leave. Before I left, I casually said, "She mistook me for someone else. Then just clear it up." Feng Zi shook his head. A storm of conflicted emotions crossed his face. Just as I was about to walk away, he finally admitted it. "I am sorry. I acted on impulse. I am sorry. I acted on impulse. I accidentally sent her your photo. Yaya thought that person was me. I am really sorry. Can you keep pretending to be me? I do not want her to think I deceived her." I scoffed. Only then did I slowly say, "So that is why you deliberately did not want me to attend the player convention." Feng Zi, have you ever truly considered me a good friend? We have been roommates since college. After graduation, we lived together for nearly another year. Is this how you treat me? Feng Zi pressed his palms together, apologizing over and over. He kept begging for forgiveness. "I am sorry. I am sorry. I know I was wrong. But please help me this time. After this player convention is over, I will explain everything properly to Yaya." Seeing that he was too ashamed and angry to look me in the eye, I did not press him any further, mostly because Yaya, standing nearby, was starting to look impatient. I nodded. "Fine. I will do it." For the moment, the weight on Feng Zi's chest lifted. He hurriedly replied. The two of us returned to where we had been. Yaya blinked innocently. Her gaze swept over us both. Then she quietly asked, somewhat apologetically, "Sorry, did I mistake you for someone else just now?" This was actually an opportunity for Feng Zi. If he had been willing to step forward and admit his mistake then, perhaps every misunderstanding between them could have faded away. But Feng Zi did not do that. He only said, "Hello. I am a-chen's good friend, Little Feng. A-chen was upset with you just now." Yaya asked in confusion. Upset with me? Why would he be upset with me? Meeting Fengzi's pleading gaze, I curled my lips and challenged Yaya. Should I not be upset? How long has it been since you replied to my messages? Yaya immediately looked guilty. I am sorry. To make it to the player convention, I crammed all my work into the last few days and finished it all at once. I am sorry, Ace. I was wrong. As she spoke, she held my arm and swayed it back and forth, begging for my forgiveness. Fengzi stood beside us, heartbroken. The three of us headed into the main event hall, watching Yaya patiently explain everything to me. He was filled with bitterness. Then someone called out from behind us. Guild leader? I am Little Bear from our guild. How did you know I am Yaya? This is clearly our first time meeting. Little Bear shyly touched her hair. Oh, I heard this handsome guy call your name earlier. I figured that in Jianghu Tiangxia 3, there is only one player named Yaya. So, you must be our guild leader. With that, her gaze fell on my face again. She said excitedly, this handsome guy must be our ace, right? You are so handsome. You and our guild leader are made for each other. Fengzi stood to the side, his face turning green with envy. I am standing right here too. Why was Little Bear acting blind and not seeing me? Just because he is handsome. She was so carefree in the game. And apparently she was just the same in real life. Her social awareness was awful. At last, she noticed Fengzi. Hey, are you in our guild too? What is your in-game name? You seem unfamiliar. You seem unfamiliar. Fengzi froze. He did not know how to answer. I glanced at him and smoothed things over. Oh, this is my friend, Little Feng. He does not play games. She laughed and said, oh, I see. Welcome. Anyone here is a friend. Fengzi could not voice his grievances, so he could only nod miserably. When we reached the players' table and sat down, everyone's eyes turned to Yaya and me. Hello, guild leader. Oh my god, Ace is so handsome. Guild leader, you are so lucky. As the guild members eagerly greeted us one after another, Fengzi felt like he was sitting on pins and needles. He poked me, then leaned close and whispered, Achen, once your performance is over, make an excuse and leave. Before I could answer, Yaya, beside me, looked over with concern. What is it? Is something wrong? I smiled and waved it off. It is nothing. It is just that I have another role here. I am a guest performer invited by the organizers. I will be performing shortly. The guild members looked at me in surprise and excitement. Really? Ace, you are incredible. Why did you not tell us in the group chat? Someone proudly replied. You are all such fools. Do you not understand the value of keeping a low profile? Of hiding your talents? Someone as exceptional as our Ace has to stay low-key. What if another guild steals him away? Oh, so that is why. Faced with all that praise, I only smiled and said nothing. Fengzi clenched his fists, silently grinding his teeth so hard they nearly cracked. All of this praise should have been mine. Had I known, I would not have come to this player convention. Wait, but if I had not come, what if Yaya ran into Zhou? The truth would only have been exposed sooner. Luckily, I came. Not long after the player convention began, I entered the guest performers area to change clothes and get my makeup done. I prepared to take the stage. When the stage lights went dark, then lit up again, a handsome figure slowly rose on the stage lift. Everyone stared in amazement. Wow, he is so handsome. He looks exactly like the character. The organizers are amazing. Where did they find such a handsome guy? Fengzi stared blankly at me on stage. An apothecary. My class in the game is apothecary. Why is he wearing my character's outfit? He turned to Yaya to see her reaction. Even she was watching me on stage intently. It made him feel even worse. Why was even Yaya watching so intently? I should have told the truth. Then I would be the one receiving Yaya's tender gaze. Damn it. Why does he get that? On stage, I did not care what he was thinking. As the backing track slowly began, my beautiful singing filled the entire venue. Someone in the audience exclaimed, It is Misty Rain Jianghu. The organizers really put thought into this. I thought they had hired a professional cosplayer. I did not expect him to sing the theme song. I think the male version sounds even better. It is much better than the official one. Really? I did not notice anyway. I could not take my eyes off that face. He is seriously so handsome. I did not even hear what he sang. When the song ended, thunderous applause erupted from the audience. I returned to our table, My guildmates crowded around me, showering me with praise. Ace, you are amazing. Ace, your singing is wonderful. Fengzi listened from the side, jealous yet satisfied. No matter what, no matter how outstanding he is still using my in-game name. Anyone who does not know the truth will think, I am some kind of dream guy. Thinking of it that way made him feel much better. Baiya's eyes shone with delight. The way she looked at me had changed. Fengzi was the first to notice. He stepped forward, blocking our line of sight. He said to me, Achen, did you not say earlier that you had something to do and needed to leave early? I met Fengzi's pleading gaze and slowly nodded. Baiya smiled faintly. Achen, where are you going? I can give you a ride. I noticed that, after calling me Ace that first time. Baiya never used that name again. Now, following Fengzi's lead, she called me Achen. That was interesting, but Fengzi was too anxious to notice that detail. No need. Achen and I have already hailed a cab. Thanks. Baiya did not insist. She only walked us to the venue entrance, watching us get into a taxi and leave. Just then, another car pulled up outside the convention. Zhou found her guild's table by its number. Everyone greeted her enthusiastically. Sister Wymian, you really are a gorgeous woman. Yes, absolutely. You are no less beautiful than our guild leader. Others told her regretfully. But unfortunately, Ace just left. The guild leader was the one who walked him to his taxi. You do not know, sister you. Ace was unreal tonight. He is handsome, and he can sing too. After Zhou sat down, she took a tissue and wiped her forehead. Thank God, I made it. I have no idea which busybody tattled to Grandpa. It took everything I had to sneak out. But when I got here, not only was the convention already half over, but worst of all, I did not even get to hear Achen sing. I did not even get to see my beloved streamer. That damn snitch. He will regret it when I get home. Thinking of this, Zhou said in frustration, no way. Why am I so unlucky? Meanwhile, I had just parted ways with Fengzi. When I turned back, I had left my luggage at the venue. As soon as I reached the registration desk, I heard Zhou's voice. Sis, you are here too? Something held me up. I still missed his performance. I am so mad. I stopped. I did not go in right away. I stood outside the door, listening for Baiya's answer. Baiya's voice was calm. Zhou, I need to tell you something. Your beloved streamer, Achen, is my ace. Outside the door, I froze. Baiya had told her outright. Zhou froze too. What do you mean? Achen is ace. Then what about Fengzi? Who is Fengzi? Baiya sighed. Fengzi is Achen's college roommate. From the beginning, he used Achen's photos to date me online. It was all a lie. I always knew. I just never exposed him. Zhou was completely stunned. You knew. Then why did you stay with him? Baiya gave a bitter smile. Because later, I met the man in those photos. The real Achen. That was when I realized I had never loved Fengzi. Standing outside, my heart was a tangled mess. I took a deep breath and pushed open the door. Baiya turned and saw me. Her eyes immediately reddened. Achen. I nodded. I heard everything. Would you give me a chance? And give yourself one too. Let me be myself. Not Fengzi's substitute. Let me, Achen, walk through the rest of life with you. Baiya nodded, her eyes red. I will. Achen, I have waited so long to hear you say that. Zhou stood beside us, watching. Then she looked toward the door. At some point, Fengzi had appeared at the doorway. He was still holding a bouquet of sunflowers. He did not dare come in. I glanced at him. Ace, come in. What you owe Baiya? You should explain yourself today. Fengzi walked in. In front of everyone, he gave a deep bow. I am sorry, Baiya, Zhou, and Achen. I used Achen's photos to date you online. I was vain. I borrowed someone else's shine to pursue a love I was too afraid to seek myself. I was jealous of Achen. I found fault with him at every turn. I nearly ruined all your lives. I am sorry. I do not ask for your forgiveness. From now on, I will date as myself and pursue love of my own. I will never hide in someone else's shadow again. The room fell silent for 3 seconds. Then Zhou stepped forward and comforted him. Fengzi, I do not blame you. Because without you, Achen would not have stepped forward. Achen and my sister would never have ended up together. If anything, I should thank you. I turned to Zhou and said, Sister Zhou, I am sorry. I owe you an apology in person, and my heartfelt thanks. Thank you for supporting me this past year. You did not leave when I was at my lowest. I will remember that for the rest of my life. Zhou waved it off. Do not get all sentimental. You had better treat my sister right. If you ever dare hurt her, I, Zhou, will not stand for it. I nodded. Yes, Sister Zhou. Then I walked over to Yaya and took her hand in front of everyone. Yaya, from today on, I am your boyfriend. During a live stream in front of all my fans, I will confess my love to you. I will let the whole world know. You, Yaya, are the only one for me. Yaya threw herself into my arms. Achen, I feel the same. You are the only one for me too. The room burst into applause. Zhou quietly wiped at the corner of her eye in the crowd. Then she raised her phone and took a picture of us together. 1 month later, Yaya and I held a small engagement party in a city. When Feng arrived, he was still holding a bouquet of sunflowers. He sincerely said before everyone, Achen, Yaya, thank you for giving me a chance to turn my life around. Yaya stepped forward and accepted the sunflowers. Feng, I do not hate you. Because without you, I would never have met Achen. So I should thank you instead. But do not deceive people again. Love built on lies never lasts. Grandma sat beside me, holding Yaya's hand and mine. She smiled and said, my Achen has finally come to his senses. I like this girl. She is beautiful and kind-hearted. Build a good life together. Grandma is waiting to hold her great-grandson. Yaya blushed and said softly, Grandma, we will try. Zhou stepped forward. Sis, this bouquet carries my blessings for you both. I hope that one day, I will find a man whose eyes are full of only me. The way Achen looks at you. Yaya hugged her. Zhou, thank you. We will be best friends for life. The engagement party ended amid everyone's laughter. Yaya and I stood at the hotel entrance, seeing off the last guest. Yaya leaned against my shoulder and softly said, Achen, thank you. Without you, I do not know what kind of love I would have found. I held her hand, lowered my head, and gently kissed her forehead. The night breeze was gentle. The stars shone brightly. The night in S City was beautiful. And at last, I had found the person willing to walk through life with me. As for Feng, we remained roommates, but from then on, he never used my photos again. He started working out, learning how to dress, and striving to become a better version of himself. A year later, he met a girl too. One day, after a few drinks, he told me, Achen, thank you. You are my brother for life. I did not say anything. I simply patted his shoulder. Everything will be all right. As for Zhou, she found a man whose eyes were full of only her. He knew how to cherish her. He peeled shrimp and pomegranates for her. He took every word she said to heart. As for me, I kept singing on live streams. The game's official team formally added my cover of Yanyu Jianghu to its catalog. Its views had long surpassed 100 million. Every month, I received royalties from the official developers. Yaya continued building her own business. She said, Achen, from now on, I will sponsor every one of your live streams. All right, partners for life, and lovers for life. Grandma often came to stay with us for a few days. Every time, Yaya and I would listen to her, tell stories about my childhood. Grandma would say, my Achen is the best singer in the world. I would smile and say, that is because my grandma is the best listener in the world, and the one who has always been by my side. Yaya, she is the one I treasure above all else in this life.